Hi guys, welcome to this video demonstration for dirtbox.net. As ever, my name is Adam and today we're going to be looking at the Wampler pedals Ecstasy Drive or Ecstasy Overdrive. By now you've probably read the review I wrote on Dirtbox. If not, get over there and check it out. You'll realise that I really do like this pedal, and I think it's become the highest rated pedal so far on Dirtbox. Very versatile pedal that sounds great in pretty much every application. And instead of banging on too much about the features, we'll quickly go through it, take a look inside, and then we'll get to some playing. Not a complex layout, but perhaps more complex than you're used to seeing on an overdrive pedal. Brian at Wampler likes to always make the pedal sound kind of amp-like. It gives you a lot of extra tweakable features. So you've got your standard gain pot and volume, of course. There's a lot of volume. I find that unity is usually just under halfway, and you've got all of that boost, which gets pretty loud, great for solo boost and etc. The tone control, which is a kind of treble circuit, and this extra bass dial as well. Also, you'll notice the 3-position selector going from smooth, which Brian describes as his kind of his take on the Dumble tone. The Dumble in a box tone. It is what it says. It's very smooth, very responsive, compressed, but really nice sounding. Open, a more natural, organic sound, less compressed, a bit jangly. We'll check that out as well. And finally, the crunch, which actually takes this pedal from overdrive firmly into distortion and almost fuzz at higher settings. Right, so let's take a quick look inside here. They are at the moment using kind of printed circuit boards that Brian designed himself and got sent off to be made. For such a complex pedal, it's a surprisingly simple looking circuit. You can see obviously here the battery snap, just in case you're one of those people who still uses batteries. I'm not. I prefer to use 9-volt supplies, but if you are a person who uses battery, obviously no problem fitting a battery in there. 3PDT wired up, soldered to this kind of sort of miniature circuit board here with all of the ins and outs. And the more I personally get into building pedals and circuits, etc., I'm finding this a much faster, efficient, and just frankly more reliable way to work. Any amount of stamping on the stomp switch isn't really going to crack that PCB. Yep. So the integrated circuit in here can be removed, and you can experiment putting in different similar chips. Each one will obviously give a different sound. I haven't experimented with that myself yet. I really like the sound of the pedal stock and don't want to risk tweaking anything. Okay, so here's the Ecstasy Drive. As you can see, if that picks up on the camera, it's like a lovely sparkly green finish. I really like the bright blue LED. I wish it was green to go with the pedal, but you know, that's just me. It's nice and bright. See it on stage very easily. We've went through the controls, so let's just go through this in a kind of logical fashion. We'll start at the top with the smooth, and I'll tell you what, we'll just point everything at noon, eh? That's always a good way to start. Now, bad I am on the clean channel of me using kind of trilogy here. Let's take the volume down to about unity, which I know is about there, and we'll knock the treble off a bit, roll the bass up and the gain up a bit, and then this is kind of in the region of the idea that Brian had for his kind of take on the Dumble tone. Knock the volume up a tad there. Yeah, so let's max out the gain there. Show you what this thing's capable of on the smooth set. let's quickly knock it over to the open setting, and again we'll roll the gain down. So you can see it is, like as the word describes, it is a bit more open, just less compressed, I guess. Max the gain out again. Yeah, so it is like that. To me, it's a little bit, it's similar to the smooth channel, but it's kind of without the compression. Basically the same amount of kind of grit on it and everything. Let me just show you how ridiculous this treble knob goes if you like the extreme British Brian May kind of treble boost. Not for me, but it's there should you ever need it. It really makes your speakers work hard. If you do like the treble boost, I like to have it set around there. You're not getting clouded over in any mix having that set there. And finally, on the clean channel, we'll go to the crunch setting. This is supposed to be more of a kind of British distortion kind of sound. And funny enough, this is actually my favourite thing on the pedal. I bought it because I was really excited about the smooth setting for the dumble tone, and whilst it does sound great, there's no denying it, my favourite setting on this pedal actually lies on the crunch, just below full gain, sorry. Bass set quite high as well, volume set for a little boost, and the tone rolled off just slightly like that, and you get an almost fuzzy sound that actually really kind of reminds me a little bit of the Eric Johnson and Joe Bonamassa type fuzz. If there was a blend knob to blend in some of the clean signal, I think you'd be totally there with this pedal. Yeah, so my favourite set. And that is what I use this pedal for. Mainly that kind of sound. It's almost like a slightly tamed or smoothed out a little fuzz face sound to me, and I really like that, and that's what I'm using this pedal for. But as you can already see, it's definitely more than a one-trick pony. So we'll quickly go through some of the other things that I may come to use recording or in the studio or something, but live I'm using this pedal kind of as a fuzz. Okay, so we'll knock that off. Let's go back to the smooth, which I found is great for kind of clean boosting, if you will. Sort of clean boosting, obviously. So let's take just me amp lead sound. Much gain, so we'll roll off the gain and boost the volume to compensate. Yeah, so a nice dirty boost sound there. Really like that. Try the same on the open set. That to me actually, you come noticing on this setting, it's not too dissimilar to kind of the exotic BB preamp, the kind of Andy Timmons flavour you get from this pedal in that setting. Yeah, that's great. And finally, we may as well try it on the kind of the crunch setting. Really nice actually. What I found works well as well is if we knock this off and we go over to my rhythm channel, my rhythm sound, kind of Britishy, crunchy. And put this on the crunch also, and just a slight gain boost, kind of similar to what we've just done basically, and you get a nice fat rhythm. Nice fat rhythm sound there that I really dig. Okay, so sadly we've run the risk of being out of time here. As you can hopefully hear, it's a really great pedal. I haven't even scratched the surface with the things you can do. You know, just with the 4 dials, there's a lot of versatility and a lot of room for tweaking, and you can get as in-depth as you like with this pedal. And of course, I haven't tried yet changing out that IC chip and seeing how that sounds. So yeah, sadly we've run out of time. Definitely check one of these out for yourself. I think you can get them for around $200 if you buy direct from Brian. And get them for, I think it's about £169. It's around about that. It's around the 150 to 170 mark I think you see them go for new. Haven't seen many of these second hand because I guess everyone who gets one falls in love with them and doesn't want to get rid of them. But yeah, check it out, add it to your gas list. Look out for more videos and stuff coming soon from Dirtbox. I've been Adam, thanks very much.